Hi, this is Doug, shouting out to all you parkies at Crawford State Park. Today we're going to do a video on reptiles. Right now it's early summer, and with the rain and the warmer temperatures, the reptiles are becoming quite active. I have four that I'm going to show to you today, three turtles, and then a surprise guest that we found running around the park here. Just to let you know, these reptiles that we showed, reptiles are very fragile. They don't make the best pets, even though they are sold within the pet trade. So don't recommend them as pets. If you do handle them, hand washing is the thing to do, because if they've been kept for a while, they urinate and defecate into their cages or wherever they're being kept, and they have to be cleaned quite often, or they can get bacteria and other pathogens on their shell. What we're going to do today is, if you'll put up with me, I have to go out of camera frame for a little bit to get each animal, and I'm going to bring it over and I'm going to give you some up close looks at it, give you a little bit of its life history, its habitat needs, and just some basics. We're not here to try to make everybody an expert in turtle identification. So if you'll give me just a minute, we'll get started here with the first guest. Hello folks, I'm back. This young person here is a western painted turtle. They're common to the plains, especially the state of Kansas. You can find these in rivers and lakes and ponds especially. They are an omnivore. They'll eat anything they can get a hold of, to include dead fish. They'll also pick up worms off the bottom of the lake, and right now, he's pretty jazzed up because he's been out in the sun for a little bit and he thinks he wants to get away. These turtles are very easy to identify, because if you look at the top part of the carapace, which is the top, you can see a dull red line going around the front of the shell here. But the main identifier is here, on the bottom part of the shell, which is called the plastron. And this is always a bright red, such as you would see now. You'll also have, or she in this case, possibly, will also have yellow stripes on its head. They tend to live in the wild. These turtles can live anywhere from 20 to 40 years in the wild, but they don't do well in captivity. They don't live quite as long. So they are an interesting animal. If you see one, take a look at it, take a picture of it, and enjoy it, but leave it in its habitat. Now, with all the flooding going on around the area, you're going to see a lot of these turtles on the move because of the wet areas. Some of them are getting flushed out of certain areas, so they're moving on to others. The females tend to be bigger than the males. Some of these species of turtles, it may be up to 6 years before they're sexually mature to where they can reproduce. They are an egg layer. They don't give birth to live young. The main danger to these animals anymore in the wild are roadways and cars. They get hit by cars quite often. Now, we're not advocating that you swerve to miss a turtle and wreck your car, but if you can avoid hitting these animals, given the length of time that they need to reproduce, it would be a good thing. So this is the western painted turtle. I'll give you an up close on the front, the back. Remember, the top shell is a carapace. The bottom is the plastron, and these are part of its skin. This is they actually can absorb things through these shells, contaminants or other pollutants. So they are very susceptible to bad things in the water. So that's the western painted turtle, and we'll go get our next guest. back with our second guest today. As you can see, this turtle is quite a bit bigger. And even though it's a warm day today, he's kind of shy and he's not wanting to put his head out. So I will try to describe what's going on with this one. This is a large red-eared slider. They can be found in the same areas as the western painted turtle. Rivers, lakes, ponds. They're quite common here in the state of Kansas and in the plains area, especially west of the Mississippi. As you can see, it has kind of like the other, the western painted turtle. They have kind of a flattish shell without a high dome, which automatically should tell you that they're a water turtle.